guys, welcome to What I Ate Wednesday. I am starting today with parfait yogurt. As usual, I actually didn't have much yogurt left, so most of it is kefir, so like liquid, but that's okay. And then I added a little bit of vanilla extract because both of those things are plain, and I just wanted a little bit more flavor. And even though it doesn't add much sweetness, but just a little bit more sweetness. I'm just trying to get one. Ooh, so then I also put the blueberries in there, as usual. But I have lots of prepping to do for work today and tons of emails to write. Tomorrow is the last day where students can register for this big competition in the spring. And all my last year students registered, no problem, but it's just a new concept for all my new students, whereas all the previous concerts it was like, you know, I organized it, whereas this is like citywide. So I'm still waiting on quite a few to register, and deadline is tomorrow when there's like no late fees or no late exceptions. So oh gee, the schnauzers are playing non-stop. Wow, okay, just as I say that they stop. And my string. So anyways, after I finish eating this, I am going to make a tea and then get onto all those emails reminding people to register. And it is a confusing registration site, so helping them as well if they have not. For tea, I am going with the Super C, or Sunny C. That's the one that's very citrusy. I remember I had it first in during the 24 days of tea. I hated it. I think I just wasn't expecting it to be that citrusy, and then at like 7:30 in the morning, I did not want citrus, but now it's later, obviously it's like 9:30, and I didn't steep it as long. Usually when I make tea when I go to work, I like steep it, walk away, and then right before I leave, I come and get it and go. So it steeps for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. Although it does suggest to steep it for 5 minutes, but that was too much. So I steeped it for 1 minute, and it's still very colorful. It tastes like hot orange. Like hot freshly squeezed orange juice, which is a bit strange, but no, it's pretty good. Yeah, I could not steep it for 5 minutes. It'd be way too strong. Anyway, so having that and working on the computer. So I'm gonna be making lunch now. Got everything ready for today. I'm going to be making a celery soup. I searched online for a while trying to find a recipe that didn't actually include potatoes. Even when you search like celery soup, most of them it's like a potato soup with some celery, and I really wanted to keep it as healthy as I could and use up a whole bunch of celery that I have. So yeah, I found one from, oh no, I can't find it now, Whole Food Bellies, and it's 6 ingredients, just some butter, which isn't the healthiest, but I'll probably use half the amount of butter, celery, onion, vegetable stock, a little bit of flour, cream, but I'm gonna use milk, and salt and pepper to taste. So I don't know how it's gonna taste, and potato soup would sound really good, but yeah, we're gonna try this purely celery soup. I don't know if I like celery in a soup. I guess it's kind of like, it's a cream of celery soup, so. Are you hiding? Alright, so let's go make it. Alright, so I'm altering it slightly, so it's always my version of a recipe. I used about 1 tablespoon of butter, maybe 1.5, it calls for 2, but then I'm using a whole lot more veggies, so it calls for, well, red onion. I don't have red onion, so I'm going with or 2 small yellow onions, and then it calls for 2 cups of celery. I had a lot more, plus with extras that I can still have as snacks, so I used 3 cups celery, and then, because why not, let's put in some cabbage. It has to be used up, and it's healthy. So, just gonna cook this. Oh, that is a lot of stuff, that's okay. Cook this until things are soft, and the onions are translucent, and then basically we're just gonna blend it up. So now this is soft and cooked. So now what you're supposed to do is transfer it to a blender. I realize I do not have a blender. I have like the small magic bullet, but not, I wonder if I still have that. No, I don't think so. And then I have my hand mixer, or like my immersion blender. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna put it in a bowl and then use the immersion blender. And then I have half vegetable broth, is just leftovers from something Dan made 2 days ago, and then the rest is water. So I'm just gonna add 1 cup, or about, nope, still not a cup. That's probably about a cup. Yeah. And then use your blender, or in my case, now my immersion blender, and blend it up. So that is looking blended as much as it can. So now we're going back to the pan, adding another remainder of butter, which would be 2 tablespoons. I'm doing 1. And then we have some flour. So 2 tablespoons of flour. I guess I should have used less for that, but oh well. And then taking a whisk, melting this butter. Oh, I gotta turn it back on. And just making a little roux. So cooking the roux for about a minute, whisking. And then we're gonna add back our other part, the celery part, and then adding all the rest of the 3 cups of broth. And then it says just cook to, like, let it simmer and reduce it a little bit. This whole cook time, including the previous one, should only take 10 minutes. So I'm a little doubtful, but we'll see. All right, that's good. Adding this back in. And whisking. And then, I don't think this is the best pot for this, but well. I only wanted to use like 1. I didn't want to have to use the first pot and then, or a pan. It said pan, and then I have to go with the pot later. So. Alright. We'll see if we actually need milk. They say then like simmer this for how long? Oh, slowly add the rest of the stock. Oh well. Turn heat up to medium-high, cook until it begins to bubble. Once bubbling, reduce it to low. Add in heavy cream and give it a stir. Whew. Alright, so it is bubbling. I turned it down. We're using a little less milk than they recommend. But I feel it's already pretty watery. I wish I would have used only 3 cups broth total instead of 4, but that's okay. Alright, let's see if it needs anything. So let me first just take a taste of it. Yeah, you can kind of see it like sits on the spoon a bit strangely. Like it's a little gritty on the side, but that's okay. Let's taste it. Wow, it actually is really good. It's, wow, oh my gosh, I'm impressed. It actually does taste like I did put some potato in. I'm gonna, Dan's at work, so I'm leaving this for him to have for dinner. I'm gonna tell him that it's a potato celery soup and see if he believes me. And then I'll tell him that it's actually but it's just, I think that it has a lot of that creaminess. I mean, it has butter in it, which isn't healthy, but it's just all celery. And because I didn't have any potatoes in it, now I feel better about having bread when I eat this instead of potatoes and bread. All right, so just gonna spoon it up. So having this, I have, yeah, like piece of bread. Ooh, maybe it'll taste good to dip it in. Let's try. Not bad. I'm actually really impressed with this recipe. I didn't expect it to be that good for basically only having, well, butter, but celery in it. That's really good. I didn't put any salt and pepper in it, but I will now. Yeah, so that's gonna be lunch, and I'll show you what tea I'm gonna take when I go to work in a little bit. All right, so to work with me, I am taking my tea, the Stash Chai Spice Tea. I'm just gonna add in a little bit of almond creamer, and then, because I'm going right to dance class, taking a banana with me. All right, see you guys at 9 o'clock. I'm back from dance class. Dan brought stuff for pitas. So we have, I'm just heating up some falafels, his hummus and pasta, or not, lettuce. He had pasta, he hasn't tried the soup. Because I texted him only after at like 7 where I'm like, oh yeah, make sure you help yourself to the soup. But he'd already eaten dinner, so hopefully he likes it. I think it's pretty good. Alright, is my falafels? Yeah, they seem done. I just heated up too. So I definitely like hummus. I made a nice big dent of the hummus and put it all underneath. And the falafel, 2 that I broke in half, and lots of lettuce. Ooh, and then we have like this. Needs more hummus. That was really good. So I'm having that for dinner. And what time is it now? 9:15. So that's going to be it today. Thank you for watching Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.